Have you ever listened to someone speak English, caught a few words but missed the full meaning? You're not alone. Listening is one thing, but truly understanding is another. The best way to improve is by training your ears. And one way to do that is by listening to short stories, just like we're going to do today. Hello everyone, my name is Anna from English Like a Native, and today I'm going to give you 3 short stories that will help to sharpen your comprehension skills. After each story, I'll ask you 5 questions to see how much you understood. Do you think you can get them all right? Let's find out.
My dad was always a bit of a mystery to me. He was super strict, always watching me with these serious eyes that made me feel like I was constantly being judged. Deep down, I know he had my interests at heart, but back then it just felt like too much. My father was dead set on not being too indulgent. He thought being soft would make me weak. Every time I did something good, he'd just give a quick nod. Every mistake meant a long talk. He wanted me to do well so badly that he forgot kids need a bit of love and understanding. He was pretty aloof, which made me feel like I was some kind of project rather than his daughter. During my teenage years, when I was struggling with friendships, self-confidence, and the turbulent emotions of adolescence, I just wanted him to cut me some slack. Just once, I wish he had listened without lecturing me or trying to fix everything. Now, years later, I can see how we grew apart bit by bit. I wish we could clear the air and really talk, but it feels like those moments have already passed. My dad's getting older now and he's much quieter. The intensity of his strictness has faded, but so has our connection. I can't help wondering if he ever realized how much I just wanted him to understand me. I wanted him to see me as his daughter, not as some project that needed perfecting. It's funny how relationships can get so complicated. Sometimes I think some connections are like frail pieces of string, easy to break, tough to put back together.
Here are the comprehension questions. Get a pen or pencil at the ready. Here we go. Number 1. Why did the narrator want their father to cut them some slack? Number 2. What does the narrator compare relationships to? Number 3. Why does the narrator wish they could clear the air with their father? Number 4. Why did the narrator feel that their father had their interests at heart? Number 5. Why did the father's aloof behaviour affect the narrator? Nice work. How did you do? Keep track of your answers, and at the end of this lesson, let me know in the comments how many you got right. If you enjoy this type of comprehension exercise, check out Podcast Plus. This is a membership where you'll get access to interactive quizzes and transcripts to my latest podcast episodes, as well as a space to do some writing of your own. Now, it's a great way to transform your passive listening into an active learning experience. I'll leave a link in the description for you to learn more. Now, let's move on to our next story.
Abigail had been teaching French at Oakwood Secondary School for 5 years. Exam time was approaching and she was on her way to a department meeting about it. "We need to create the end-of-year exam for Year 10, the head of department announced. "Abigail and Matthew, you'll be responsible for this." Abigail sighed. She felt uneasy about working with Matthew, a new teacher who had joined the Modern Foreign Languages department that year. He had seemed standoffish during their first few staff meetings. He always sat quietly at the far end of the table and spoke only when absolutely necessary. Abigail approached Matthew during the lunch break. "Shall we discuss the exam?" she asked, tentatively. Matthew nodded and pulled out his notebook. As they began discussing potential question types and assessment criteria, something surprising happened. Matthew's initial standoffish attitude seemed to disappear. "I was thinking we could focus on practical language use," he said. Abigail's eyes lit up. "Spot on," she replied. They started sharing ideas, and it quickly became clear that they were on the same page about assessment. Matthew's methodical approach complemented Abigail's creative thinking. They wanted an exam that would genuinely test the students' French skills, not just their ability to memorize grammar rules. Hours passed as they worked, sketching out sections for reading comprehension, writing tasks, and speaking assessments. Their initial awkwardness disappeared, replaced by a shared enthusiasm for creating a fair and challenging exam. "We should forge ahead with this draft," Matthew suggested as the afternoon wore on. Abigail agreed, and they refined their plan, checking and double-checking every detail. By the end of the day, they had created an exam that they both felt proud of. What had started as an uncomfortable collaboration had transformed into a successful partnership.
Okay, here are the questions. Number 1, why was Abigail uneasy about working with Matthew? Number 2, how did Abigail and Matthew realise they were on the same page? Number 3, what helped Matthew appear less standoffish? Number 4, what does forge ahead mean in the context of Abigail and Matthew's work? Number 5, how did Abigail and Matthew's working relationship change by the end of the story? Great job. Listening to different stories like this is an amazing way to improve your English naturally. You get to hear vocabulary in context, making it easier to remember and use in real life. Are you ready for the final story? Let's go.
I've been running this corner shop for over 20 years now, and every day feels both the same and different. The constant hum of the fridges and the flickering neon lights have become as familiar to me as my own heartbeat. When I first started, I knew it would be a challenge to hold my own against the big supermarket chains that were popping up everywhere. But I've learned a thing or two about surviving. While they can offer cheaper prices, I offer something they can't. A personal touch. I know most of my regulars by name. There's Mr. Jackson, who comes in every morning for his newspaper and custard creams. And the local school kids who sometimes mess about near the sweet section after school. I've worked hard to stand out from the competition. I carefully choose my stock, ordering the products I know people want. The school kids might laugh and joke, but they appreciate that I stock their favourite crisps and energy drinks. The older residents appreciate that I keep hard-to-find British brands and always have a kind word. Running an independent shop isn't easy. Some days the takings are low and I worry about keeping the business going. But then a regular will come in, share a story, or simply smile and thank me for being here, and I remember why I love what I do. The shop might be small, tucked away on this quiet street, but it's more than just a business. It's a community hub, a little piece of local life that keeps ticking along. And despite the challenges, I wouldn't have it any other way. As evening approaches and the last customer drifts out, I tidy some shelves and prepare for another day.
Ready for the questions? Number 1. How did the shopkeeper hold his own against the supermarket chains? Number 2. What does the hum of the shop refer to in the story? Number 3. Why do the school kids mess around in the shop? Number 4. How does the shopkeeper make his shop stand out from the supermarkets? Number 5. What makes the corner shop an important part of the community? How many questions did you answer correctly? Let me know in the comments. Now, if you enjoyed these stories and you do want to take your learning further, remember that Podcast Plus has full episode transcripts, quizzes, and a space for you to practice your English. So click on the link below to learn more. And of course, please subscribe for more fun lessons like this. I'll see you in the next video.